You can win $32,000 on the turn of a card on Card Sharks. And if you play your cards right, you can win this beautiful Jeep Wrangler. And now the host of Card Sharks, Phil Rafferty.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Robert, sir. Bob Hilton on the microphone. Hello, everybody at home. Welcome. If you joined us, you saw the show yesterday, you know that we had a very exciting show. We gave away a couple of cars and a lot of money, and I hope we can do it again today. Let's get started right now. Let us meet our two lovely dealers. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, Susanna Williams and Lacey Pemberton. A couple of rhinestone cowgirls. Here they are. Sequence, right? Sequence. Yes. In the sequence and velvet in the national LA colors, charcoal gray and pink, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, are we ready to do it? Yes, indeed. Let's start from the top. Let's deal out the cards and let's meet our card sharks. Come on out, folks. Hello, Russell.
Hi, Bill.
Russell, have you had time to let it all sink in?
Oh, it's still just kind of crazy. I can't believe it.
I know.
Thrilled.
I can imagine what it is like, only. I've never done it myself. But you won a car yesterday.
That's right.
And before I give the grand total of the damage that you did to Mr. Goodson's pocketbook, why don't you introduce yourself to the folks at home?
Sure, great. My name is Russell Curtis. I'm married. I live in Mill Valley, California, where I manage a seafood restaurant and work as a waiter.
And work as a waiter in the restaurant?
Oh, yeah, that's where it's at.
Yeah, that's it. Everything's got to go in the pocket. You got to cut down those expenses. Anyway, Russell is the new champ. He won the championship yesterday, and he won over $14,855 cash and prizes. Yay! Brand new Jeep. Boy, what a great deal. Color TV. Boy, you really caught it. Hello, Dawn.
Hi.
Introduce yourself,
I'm
please.
Dawn Miller. I live in the high desert in Apple Valley, California. I'm married. I have 4 children, and I work full-time for the post office, and part-time I teach aerobics.
Really? And you got 4 kids at home?
Right.
Boy, what a busy day you put in.
And it's my turn to win the car now.
I don't blame you. Absolutely. Sure. We should give one away to everybody. I'd like that. The producer's going. Okay, good luck to both of you. I know that you've cut the cards backstage. Don't forget, we've always got prize cards in the deck, and today is no exception again. We have a trip to Mexico City. So let's get started right now. Lacey's already dealt out the cards. First question is our audience poll question. Please welcome 10 married women who are with us this week. They'll be with us all week. We're learning a lot about them, in particular Marla, who has a penchant to fix things and change things and call strange numbers. Anyway, let's get started right now. This question is for Russell. Russell, before the show, we asked these 10 married women, do you have a secret signal that says to your husband across a crowded room, I'm in the mood for love? Yo! Now, how many of these 10 women do have a secret signal?
Probably a little more subtle than that, but I think a lot of couples have a little signal for a lot of different things. But let's see. I think that 6 of these women have a secret little signal they give their husband.
A secret little signal. What do you think? Russell says 6. Dawn, what do you think?
Well, I think we all have a signal that's that we give our husbands at whatever time, if it's in the room, outside, whenever. But I'm going to say it's going to be a little higher.
A little bit higher. A little bit higher. Is there no self-control in this society? Russell says 6. Dawn says higher. The actual number of these women who have a secret signal to tell their husband, I'm in the mood for love, is 3. It is not higher, it is lower. 3. So Russell pulls it out of the fire right there. Who are the 3 ladies that have this secret signal? Oh, we've got Lisa, is it? Roberta and Carol. What is your secret signal?
Well, it started because some friends, we told them when we were first married that we were going home to make cookies. And they didn't believe us. And so now, anytime anyone mentions cookies, well, we know what that really means.
Get in the mood.
Cookies? Well, nothing like says lovin' like something from the oven. That's the only way I can look at it. Let's go on. Thank you very much, ladies. Russell, take a look at this. You got a queen.
Great card. Let's go lower.
Lower than a queen, it is an 8.
freeze. Let's just freeze on the 8.
I always love the look on their faces when those 8s show up. Oh, man, I don't know. We'll be back. Russell's got to figure out what he wants to do. We'll be right back.
Let's take a chance.
Hello, welcome back. We were commiserating with Carol, one of our married women, about her cookie fetish, as they say. Anyway, we're in the middle of game number 1 right now. Not a lot of damage done on the board. Russell's out to a bit of a lead, and the next question is for Dawn. Dawn, here we go. Educated guess. These are the fun ones. I like these. How many birds migrate? Let me see. Listen, let me read this again, because if I read this again, then it'll make sense. Many birds migrate, but the Arctic tern holds the record for flying farther than any other bird. I feel like it's National Geographic, you know? Dun, 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 dun. The Arctic tern. How many miles does it travel each time it migrates?
Okay, I don't really remember studying this or anything specific, but I will say 11,000 miles.
11,000.
Right.
What do you think, Russell? Higher or lower?
Boy, that's a pretty good guess. I was going to say the exact same thing. I think it's going to be just a skosh lower.
A skosh lower? We're talking about birds or jeans here. I have no idea. A skosh lower than 11,000 miles. The distance the Arctic tern travels each time it migrates is 11,000 miles.
Unbelievable.
Hey, listen, I'm not going to argue with you. They say it's right on the button. That means you win $500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All for you. That was wonderful. That was great. I'm sure in the production meeting they were saying, this Arctic tern question, this will really screw them. They'll never get this. And now they're out 500. Anyway, here we go, Dawn. Take a look at this card. You got a 5.
Let's change that card.
Yes, ma'am. Now becomes a 5.
Oh, 5. Okay, higher.
Higher than a 5, there's an 8.
Let's go higher. Let's go higher.
Higher.
Let's
You go either way
for it.
here. Higher than an 8, there's a 4. Not a great start. We go back over here. Russell gets a free shot off the 8.
I think it's going to be higher.
Higher than an 8 again. Here we go with an ace.
It's lower.
Lower. It is a king.
It's lower yet.
Is it game number 1? It is.
Yes!
All right. That's how you use a free shot. You just push right through, and the cards fell right into place for you, Russell. Congratulations. You got 1 game in your corner right now, and of course you win the next one. You repeat as the champ, and who knows what damage you'll do then. Dawn, you got to win this next game.
That's right.
Okay. Lacey, yeah, she's setting up the cards for game number 2 right now. So let's get started. Here it is. This goes to Russell.
Okay.
We surveyed 100 third grade girls, and we asked them, would you like it if your parents were movie stars? How many third grade girls said they would like it?
I think anybody would like their parents to be a movie star. I know I would. I think that it's going to be a very high number. I think 80.
80. What do you think, Dawn?
Well, believe it or not, just coming on the show, my kids think I'm a movie star. They really do. They think it's great. But there are kids, I think, that are it's going to be a little bit lower, I think.
A little bit lower.
Right.
The actual number of third grade girls who would like it if their parents were movie stars is 82. It is not lower, it is higher.
All right.
By 2. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, Russell, take a look at this. You got a 9.
Let's change that 9, please.
You got a 9 that now becomes an 8.
G. Higher than the 8.
Higher again, there is an 8. So, Dawn breathes a sigh of relief,
Yes.
gets to look at this card, must play from it. It is a 3.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. It's an 8. How many 8s?
Let's go higher.
Higher again, they're calling. It is Mexico City. Boy, isn't that great? Terrific. So, Mexico City goes up on Dawn's side of the board. We have an 8. We're calling...
Higher.
She says higher again. Interesting. Everybody's called higher on these 8s. Will it pay off? It did.
Freeze. Freeze.
You want to stay right there?
Freeze.
She says stop right where you are, and I'm asking you just to wait 1 more minute. We'll be back with the conclusion of this game.
That's great. 500 bucks.
I got 583. Let's look through my drawer.
Right in the middle of our second game right now, and let's get started with our audience poll group. And here are our 10 married women. They're waiting to have their question asked. All right, Dawn, this is for you.
Okay.
Before the show, we asked these 10 married women, is there one subject that you and your husband just can't talk about without fighting? How many of these 10 women said there is one subject they can't talk about without fighting?
With us, there's usually more than one subject, but I would say that that's going to be a really high number, probably 7.
7. Russell?
Ooh. My wife and I have one subject we can talk about without fighting. 7, huh? The question is one that...
How many of these 10 women said there is one subject they can't talk about without fighting? And Dawn has said 7.
I think it's going to be a little lower.
A little bit lower.
Just a little lower, yeah.
A little bit lower. The actual number of these women who said there is one subject they can't talk about without fighting is 6. It is a little lower.
Yes!
By 1. Whoa!
Okay.
Who are the 6 ladies? Let me see a show of hands. Carol. I hope it's not cookies, Carol. I'm going to get very... Tell us, what is the subject?
Well, we can't discuss the phone bill. Because every time we do, we get into an argument, but...
Why would you get into an argument? I don't understand.
Well, he thinks I like to talk a little bit too much, but sometimes I try to hide the bill down in the bottom of the bill box, but...
What was the biggest... What'd you sting him for? What was the most money on one bill you ever stung him for?
I think $150.
$150? Ooh. You better start baking, Carol. Thank you very much. Have a seat, please. Thank you. Russell, here's an 8, sir.
Change the 8, please.
8. 8 now becomes a 4.
Great, I like the 4. Higher, please.
Higher than a 4? That is exercise equipment. I'm sure we'll give you an explanation if you win it of what exactly it entails, but it's exercise equipment. Okay, we've got a 4 and...
Higher.
Higher. There's an ace.
Lower.
Uh-oh, lower is a 6.
Freeze. Freeze.
Freeze. Boy, Russell don't like taking any chances. He says, I'm stopping right there on a 6. A lot of people play that card, but let's see how the strategy pays off, because he gets the next question.
Okay.
We surveyed 100 women who are top business executives, and we asked them, have you ever cried in front of your boss? How many women executives admitted they have cried in front of their boss?
My wife is a business executive, and I don't like to think she ever cried in front of her boss, but I'm sure situations come up where they do. I think it's going to be a low number. I don't think that in the business situation, people tend to break down and cry that much. It's going to be a low number. It's going to be 20 even.
20, okay. Dawn, what do you think?
Well, I think as an executive, women have to learn how to control their emotions, and I know there's a lot of pressure, and there are times you feel like crying, but I think you usually do it once you go home. I think it's going to be even lower.
You're going lower. All right. Crowd agrees. The actual number of women executives who have cried in front of their boss is 34. It isn't lower, it is higher. Whoa, that is interesting. Anyway, Russell, your strategy paid off in an offhanded way. You're back here with the 6.
Change it, please.
He wants to change. A lot of people that play that card. This is interesting. 6 now becomes a 4.
Better. Higher.
Higher than a 4. It is $500.
All right.
A little sweetening goes in the pot right now. Susanna's putting it up on Russell's side of the board. Exercise equipment at $500. Okay, now we've got 4.
Higher still.
Higher, it is a 6.
This time we're going higher.
He's going for it. He goes for it. This is for the game, the match. Exercise equipment, $500. Is it higher than a 6? It is not. So that means that Dawn's heart will start to move.
Really?
And she has to get a free shot right now from the 9.
Lower.
Lower than a 9. It is a 3. Will she tie it up? She will. Wow. Now, this is interesting. We'll be back with the tiebreaker right after this. You did it.
I see myself going to the land of departing gifts.
Land of parting gifts. No such luck.
You're watching Card Sharks with Bill Rafferty. Then they'll play it by the letter on Blockbusters, followed by Child's Play. Stick around.
We're pushing the board in for the tiebreaker right at this very moment. Lacey and Susanna are setting it up. This is a 3-card game with a maximum of 3 questions, and this is for the marbles. And if we just get a quick shot of that board right now that Susan's standing next to, exercise equipment and $500 for Russell, a trip to Mexico City for Dawn, a lot at stake in the tiebreaker. Here we go. This question goes to Dawn. We surveyed 100 mothers of newborn babies, and we asked them, did you get the blues after you had your baby? Well, if it was a boy, I imagine you did, but I'm not sure. How many new mothers said they did get the blues?
I know this is really common, and I have 4 children. I was pregnant 3 times because I had twins, so that explains that.
Well, I'm glad we got that one worked out. Because my mind just went, whoa.
What happened?
Maybe there's one still in there. I have no...
But every time I got the blues for absolutely no reason whatsoever, but I know that it's really common. That's going to be a really high number, 63.
63? Russell, what do you think?
Ooh, my wife and I don't have any children yet, and we...
Notice the smile when Russell said that. It's like...
No, that's not it. But a lot of our friends have kids, and I've read about it, and I know that people go through that after they have a baby. But I think it's going to be just a little higher.
A little bit higher.
Just from what I've heard, I think it's going to be higher.
What is it? Postpartum depression?
Postpartum
depression, that's what it's called. Anyway, Russell says higher, Dawn says 63. The actual number of new mothers who got the blues after their baby was born is 65. It is a little higher. Whoa. Just by 2. Russell knows his numbers, I'll tell you that right now. Here we go, Russell. Take a look at this. Tell me what you want to do with a 3.
I want to keep the 3 and go higher.
Higher than a 3? Here is a jack.
Lower than the jack.
This is it. Exercise equipment, $500, and another trip to the money cards. No.
Oh.
Who knew?
Oh.
There were 2 cards there to do it, and you found one of them. Anyway, Dawn gets a free shot.
Okay.
And let's see what you've got here, a 10.
Lower. Let's go
Lower than a 10. It is a 4. Is she the new champ? Is she going to Mexico? Yes. That's great. Congratulations. Yes, you did it. Very good.
On vacation in 13 years.
Where are you going? Anyway, Russell, we have to say goodbye to you, sir, but we wish you the best.
Thank you.
And we hope you will enjoy $14,855
I think I will.
Thank you,
Bill.
Russell. Come on, Dawn. Come over here. What a nice job. Listen to Bob Hilton tell you all about your vacation.
We're going to fly you and a guest to Crown Plaza, Mexico City, located in the heart of Mexico's art and history. 4 restaurants serving continental cuisine and traditional Mexican specialties from Holiday Inn Crown Plaza, Mexico City. Congratulations.
Thank you, Bob. All right, here's the easy part. This is a piece of cake. Susanna and Lacey are dealing out the money cards, and of course, Dawn knows how to play those cards, but in addition to all the money she can win, we've added that joker to the deck. Anytime it turns up, bingo. She gets a shot at that brand new car back there, and because she's the champ, we give her a joker. So she gets at least 1 chance at it. Let's get started right now. Let's give her $200. You got it? Make some money. Here we go. Got $200 and an 8.
Let's change it.
Yes,
Let's
you can.
change it. Number 2.
All right. That 8 now becomes a 7. Not a lot of help. Think about it. $200.
$50 higher.
$50 higher than a 7. There's a king.
All right.
$250 on a king.
$200 lower.
$200 lower than a king. There's a 10.
All right.
$450 on a 10.
$300 lower.
$300
Right,
lower.
let's go for
A lot
it.
of money on this.
I
$300
know.
lower than a 10. It is a jack.
Oh.
That's the bad news. The good news, I'll take you up here right now and give you $400 more. You now have $550 and a jack.
400 lower.
400 lower than a jack. It is a queen.
Oh.
All right, let's keep going. Let's try and make some money here. You got $150 and a good card. You got a queen.
150 lower.
150, she's going for all of it.
That's
right here.
right. You got
150 lower than a queen. It is a jack. You got $300 now on the jack.
All of it lower.
You're going to go for it. All of it
go
lower than
for
a jack. It could wipe out right here. It did. Oh. Went all the way down. That would have been a great card to take up to there, too.
Oh, well.
But that's the luck of the cards. We have no control over it. But you do have $2,190 so far with your vacation. Here is Lacey with your joker.
All right.
That entitles you with a chance to win that new car back there that Bob Hilton's going to tell you all about.
It's the Wrangler. Continues the tradition and made the Jeep a legend. With room for 4, the Wrangler offers personal control, comfort, and the flexibility to enjoy both on- and off-road driving from Jeep Corporation. Good luck.
It feels kind of, all the air got let out of the room, but that's she did so badly on the cards. But you know what? There's a little rule around here sometimes. Sometimes you do rotten on the cards, you do real terrific with the car. Let's see what happens. 7 numbered cards in front of you. One of them says the word car. Find it. Go do it. Number 7. I can't tell you how many times I've seen number 7 get picked.
My husband's birthday is on the 7th. That would be a really nice present for
Would
him.
it be nice? Well, let's see. Let's hope that your husband's birthday is lucky enough to put you in the driver's seat of a brand new Jeep. Is the word car behind number 7? No. Where was it? Ooh, you should have been born 2 days earlier. 5. This is where it was, number 5. Anyway, you're the champ. You can repeat and come back here again and knock off a whole bunch of money and that brand new car. We'll be back right after this message. We are out of time. Lacey Pemberton, Susanna Williams, I'm Bill Rafferty. Dawn's going to be here tomorrow, and Bob Hilton's going to say goodbye to you right now. Bye-bye.
If you like to win money,